It doesn't. You didn't manage.
I am looking for my wife. She's been gone too long. I am trying to find Anna. Anna is so beautiful. I love her dearly. Have you seen Anna? I am looking for her.
You start to tell the old man about the ghost you met in the forest.
Anna? You have seen Anna?
You explain that you saw her ghost in the forest.
Anna is in the forest? Where is she? I must go to her.
You tell Nikolai where you saw Anna, and try to explain that she is dead.
Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for finding my Anna. I will go to her now. I will help her find her way home. Thank you again.
Ah, you're just in time to witness a magnificent scientific experiment. I have managed to harness the very primal force of lightning at my beck and call. Now I shall use it to create life itself. Watch this. That was not quite the experimental result I expected. But never mind that. It is merely a momentary setback in the annals of science. I shall readjust the magnetic electrical stimulation system and try again another day.
You say hello to...
It is good to see you again. I trust the Antwerps gave you no trouble?
You start to tell Dr. Cranium about yourself and your adventures, but he quickly interrupts.
But there is nothing so adventurous as pursuing a career in science. Did you know, for instance, that simple scientific principles can be applied to the creation of potions for healing and curing poison?
You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic.
You thumb your nose, rub your belly, and so on.
I was afraid of that. As an outsider here, you have apparently not yet built up an immunity to the Moldavian dancing sickness. We used to have several people in town who exhibited those symptoms, but I have not seen any cases in quite some time. Let us hope the disease does not prove fatal in your case. I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use. Antwerps are a truly fascinating species. They reproduce by splitting into a number of tiny Antwerps, each with their own genetic code. They cannot split voluntarily, however. They only reproduce when cut or stabbed. My test Antwerps came from Spielberg Valley, where there was an Antwerp population explosion last spring. I am convinced that the primal force of life is electrical in nature. Of course, it must also involve water for life, and pizza, without which life would be boring. Understanding and harnessing the power of nature is just one aspect of science. By observing and performing experiments based on the observations, the scientist increases our understanding of the world around us. Something is quite wrong. I gave a sample of the healing drink made from your formula to a chicken, and it turned into a garden snake, and it slithered off. It is lucky that you were not the first to try it. Now, if you can just recall the correct formula, I will be able to create some proper healing drinks. Thank you! With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions. Something is wrong with the formula you gave me yesterday. See if you can come up with the correct formula this time. Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
You ask Dr. Cranium.
Of course, of course.
You ask.
Of course.
You ask.
Of course. Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
The wall is too small. It's too dangerous to use magic in town during the day. The town... You better not try that right now. You never know when... Just... Well, that was fun. Now you feel like climbing... Well, that was fun. These bushes look as though someone planted them here deliberately. Your weapon is now... Skulls line the pathway to a most peculiar chicken-legged hut. There can't be many like it. This must be Baba Yaga's hut, last seen in Spielberg. The nearest skull is fixed in a perpetually sour expression. One eye socket is empty, the other filled with a brilliant gem, like the flare of the frost flame. You're sure you've seen this skull and that gem somewhere before. Skulls line the pathway to a most peculiar chicken-legged hut.
Go back, or face thy doom. Hey, wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you're the guy that turned Baba Yaga into a frog. So what are you doing here? Trying out for the part of soup du jour or auditioning for the main course? She's back to her old self, if you knows what I mean. Other than a craving occasionally for flies and a distaste for frog legs, she's the same as ever. Call me Bonehead. I'm just hanging around like always. Danger? Around here? Nah, must be your paranoia acting up again. This place is as cozy and safe as a coffin. You can see for yourself that the hut's okay. Took it a bit to settle down from the last flight, though. You mean the hut of brown now sit down sort of thing the last time you was by? Well, that don't work anymore. Just go up to the hut and it'll squat and let you in, if it wants you in. My eye? Not bad at all. I has to admit, you gave me a real gem. Don't remind me. I thought I was gonna be left behind when the hut flew the coop, but Baba Yaga picked me up later. You sure made her mad. Yeah, good to see me again, I know. So, what do you want?
You wriggle into the thief sign position.
Oh, so Baba Yaga already took care of you. Oh, looks pretty bad. You better get that fixed if you can. I wouldn't do that if I was you, but I'm not. Danger! Don't say I didn't warn you, buddy. Yeah, those other skulls don't have much to say, do they?
It's a dead body, artistically laid out for maximum shock effect. Actually, it just happened to fall in that position, but please don't tell anyone.
Don't come back unless you got a reason to be here.
Colourful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Moldavian gypsy camp. You've heard that gypsies like to keep to themselves, but surely they won't mind just one visitor.
Go away! We allow no strangers in our camp. Leave immediately!
You introduce yourself.
We care not who you are. Just leave!
Put your thumb on your nose and wiggle your fingers while rubbing the other hand on your belly.
That sign means nothing to us. Just do not think that you can steal from the gypsies. We deal harshly with thieves. These wolves will soon be at your throat if you do not go. Leave here! I lose my patience, and soon these wolves... We gypsies do not want strangers here. Go away, or the wolves will gnaw your bones. Go away! This camp is ours!
You say goodbye. The young man just glares at you.
La la la.